Good morning, Modern Steaders.
Good morning.
It is a nice, beautiful fall day again, and the leaves are falling. All right, come on, ladies. Let's go over this way.
Good morning. Morning. What are you doing? You make such a mess. You make such a mess. Morning.
Good morning, boys. You're supposed to eat in the box so you don't waste all your hay, mister. There you go. We're up here now at the off-grid property waiting for a dump truck. We're waiting for some more 1.5-inch gravel. We've decided to add on already to the tiny house, but the part we're adding on isn't for the tiny house, it's more for food production. I want to add a 10-foot slab over here to the right, and that is going to be the area where we do all of our eviscerating. And also, I'm trying to think of a way to make it a greenhouse. It's going to have a roof, and then this side is all south-facing, so I'm trying to figure out, do I want to make the roof a greenhouse roof, or I want to just have the sides glass or some kind of plastic material? I'm thinking glass would be nice. I want to put radiant heat in the floor so we can use it for eviscerating our animals, cleaning our harvest, but also in the early springtime, we could use it for seed starting, because we're up here in the north and it gets cold, and I mean really cold. So one of our issues with seed starting is you got to have a heated place to do it, because it might be nice, but then it gets super cold at night and you'd freeze. And we're gonna be having greenhouses here like we have at our property right now, and we want to start stuff earlier. So in order to do that, we need to have a heated area. Right now we do it in our basement. When we're up here in this temporary housing, we won't have a basement, and we're always going to be wanting to do our own food production. So having like a greenhouse to start all of that has heat, that isn't something extra we have to always be feeding a wood stove to or be connected to the tiny house, it's going to be perfect. So we're going to go ahead and get this ready and prepped. I think this is going to actually make the tiny house slash outdoor kitchen slash butcher shop even more viable in the future. Right now, my head is wrapped around food production, and how do we get food production going here on the new homestead? We want to be able to process it. Processing it takes a lot of time and effort. So how can we maximize our energy and our effort so when we are processing our food, it doesn't take as long? And we're also going to do an apron in the front of the tiny house, so that way we're not just walking right out onto the dirt. And I have an idea that it's going to be really cool for the door entranceway to keep the tiny house cleaner. So we'll be doing that when we start prepping the front, but today we're gonna be prepping this area. Oh, and the reason we're doing this right now and not building the tiny house is 2 reasons. It's gonna get cold soon and we won't be able to pour concrete, and we'll be ready to do that in the spring, or at least we'll wanna use it in the spring. And we get mud season and we won't be able to get dump trucks up our road to pour that concrete in the springtime to stop building. So we're gonna do the concrete. I don't know if we'll build that this winter or not, or I'm thinking come early spring, our mud season, that's when we'll be wanting to be framing that up, and we'll already have the concrete done. And right now we're also waiting for Ken from Ken's Carpentry to finish up with a couple of jobs to help us on the tiny house build. If you guys don't know who Ken's Carpentry is, I'm gonna put a link in the video description down below to his channel. He's gonna be helping us build our tiny house that we're gonna be building. He is a local builder and does some amazing work, and he also has a YouTube channel. I just got done moving the excavator in perfect timing because I hear the dump truck coming up the road. I want to set the grade 10 inches below this slab because we're going to have 2 inches of foam and then 6 inches of concrete, so that'll give us 8. And then I want this slab 2 inches lower than the tiny house slab, butcher shop, whatever you want to call it. So that way, when we're hosing down out here, we don't have to worry about the water hitting and going in this floor. It's going to be 2 inches below, so if we get out of control and we're hosing it down, we're going to hit the slab. It's just going to stay on this one. We're going to get a floor drain installed also, so that way we can hose everything off and it'll all run nicely. So first things first, let's get the grade set. Let's see how much we need to bring this up. Say 6 inches is what it looks like. We need to bring this area up 8 inches. So let's get this brought up. Yeah, get this cleaned up a little bit. Here comes the next dump truck. We have the grade ready for our slab. Now I want to figure out our grade for our apron. We're going to be putting an apron all along the front. It'll be between 42 and 48 inches wide. We're not sure yet. And I got to make that 4 inches thick. So that's gonna be the height for our front apron. It's a nice foggy morning up here at the off-grid property. The leaves are falling off the trees. We need to get our forms framed up this morning so we can get ready for concrete. So we decided we're going to go with a 4-foot wide apron on the front. have this apron 2 inches lower than the top of our slab. I also want to make sure we have a slight pitch so any of the water runs away. And right there we have, I think that's about a 1/2 inch, over 4 feet. That'd be a 1/2 inch right there. Yeah, I like that. Not a lot, but just enough to keep the water running.
Stop. Okay. I just touched that. As you saw, I just did some French fries. Those are in the oven because we're gonna have fish and chips tonight. I have 4 eggs here. Just gonna mix them up. And I just use this really easy batter, just a flour batter for chicken or fish. This is just cod. It's just super simple, easy. And I just do it in some avocado oil on the stovetop. It is so good. This is 2 cups of flour. I just am doing enough so we have some leftovers. So I did 2 cups. If you're just gonna do a small batch, you can do 1 cup. So it can be gluten-free flour or regular flour, whatever kind of flour you want. And then, so since this is 2 cups, I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons of salt. And it's gonna be like a half, 3/4 of pepper, however, if you like it peppery. So this is gonna be like a half a teaspoon of pepper. And then you can stop. You don't have to do anything else. But I like to add a little bit of the paprika, onion powder, garlic powder that I mix up here. Just a new batch because I ran out. I am just going to do about 3/4 of a teaspoon of that. Just give it a little bit more of a, so good. All right, so I just mix it up. So while I'm doing that, I have the oil heating up so it will be ready. So you're gonna do flour, egg, flour, because then you get that nice thicker coating. So you get a little bit of flour on there because you get what sticks on, and then you stick in your egg. Get it all eggy. And stick it back in your flour. You get that nice coating that's gonna get all nice. And just keep on doing that until it's all done, which is just takes a little bit of time, but it's so easy. It's a little bit messy.
You're playing your cards with your queen of hearts. When everyone folds, your fork still holds your place in your bed.
I just checked my oil. It's ready. I'm ready. Perfect timing. So I'm gonna get the fish and get it in here. You just have to keep a really good eye on fish because they cook a lot faster than something like chicken. I'm gonna turn them over. And my oil might be a little bit hot, too hot.
Dear Lord, thank you for the wonderful day. Amen. It feels good getting as far as we've gotten on the tiny house edition. This is gonna be a big game changer on the homestead once we're living up there, to have this little extra added area for all of our harvesting needs, and it's just gonna make it so much easier, and it's gonna be so much cleaner, and no matter what the weather is, we'll be able to go out there and work. And then again, when we need to seed start in the springtime and later in the fall, we'll have a nice place for that. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to our channel. It really helps. And actually, if you've been subscribed to the channel, check to see if YouTube has unsubscribed you or not. We've been having a lot of subscribers telling us that they've been unsubscribed, so they need to resubscribe. YouTube likes to do that every once and again. I'm not sure why. So go on down below, check, see if you're still subscribed to the channel. If you're not, hit the subscribe button, turn on all notifications, and we'll see you right back here in the next video at Lumnah Acres. Bye.